Welcome back to Agueda for the 7th round of the FIM MX1 MX2 Motocross World Championship. The MX1 riders are about to get underway here for their second race of the afternoon. This 1,500-meter long circuit of Agueda in Portugal then is about to witness the second race for the FIM MX1 riders in their latest stage of the World Championship season. We had a wet start to the day. It's pretty wet actually from 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon during the qualifying race and beyond. Didn't stop actually until towards the end of MX1 race 1, but the sun's been out ever since then. The conditions are a lot drier, the race line a lot wider, and the pace much faster as well. The downside of that is for these MX1 riders right at the end of the day here is that the track is going to be a lot rougher as well, so it's going to be quite a physical challenge. It's a little bit warmer, but not as warm as it was in Mexico or in the south of France, for instance, 1 week ago. But it's still going to be a tough challenge all the same. We just saw an MX2 a moment ago, a crash at the first turn. Hopefully all the MX1 riders will get through there clean this time around. And all of our main players are right where we need them to be. Race 1 was won by the Rockstar Energy Suzuki rider Clement de Sal, comfortably in the end from Christophe Pourcel on the Kawasaki. Then it was Cairoli in third. Gauthier Paulin was fourth with Ken de Dijk fifth. Jonathan Barragan had his best result of the season so far in the LS Honda. He was running as high as fourth in the early stages of the race before dropping back to sixth, just ahead of Xavier Borg, Sebastian Pourcel, Matis Caro and Sean Simpson. Geny Bobashev went out on lap 11 and when he was in 11th place, so he's going to be looking for a better result here. He's going to be starting right over there on the far end of the circuit, the start gate with Ken de Dijk. The 5-second board turns, the gate is about to go down here. The 222 Antonio Cairoli gets a great jump out of the start and puts a squeeze on Clement de Sal immediately, and de Sal right at the back holds a nice tight line though. And he's there in around about 10th place, so a pretty good recovery at this stage for de Sal. Goes straight in on David Guarneri at turn 2. And you bet he's going to go after the Red Bull KTM of Antonio Cairoli. Pourcel it is though, Christophe who leads. Gauthier Paulin in second. Tony Cairoli on the 222, the orange KTM. Just gets held up through that bottom left-hand. Matis Caro, STR Racing, riding it old school here, no front mudguard. After going down, turn 3, bottom of the hill, something like that. But Gauthier Paulin managed to fend off Antonio Cairoli at the bottom of the hill there. Sebastian Pourcel in fourth as they come through the wave section. Maybe Xavier Borg in there as well. There's the Honda of Jonathan Barragan down the inside. Sean Simpson, I just see just behind him there, 24, got a good jump and a good start. Here's de Sal working his way up. There's Ruben Salves. And there is de Sal, 25. Trying not to get too close to the 121. We're on board with Barragan here. The LS Honda rider, as he takes a face full of roost off the rear wheel of the Suzuki of Clement de Sal. Christophe Pourcel though, trying to check out, leaving Gauthier Paulin to fend off the challenge from Tony Cairoli there, the number 222. The 11 of Sebastian Pourcel is there in 5th position. Then the 999, Ruben Salves, Honda World Motocross rider. And it would appear that at the end of that first race, Ruben Salves, it wasn't Tano Leoc. I apologise, it was another rider, so apologies if I offended anybody at Suzuki there for that comment. But when Ruben Salves came over the line, but Rui Gonçalves much higher placed this time. Tanel Leoc down in 10th position at the moment, just behind Sean Simpson. So, lap 1 then, Christophe Pourcel, Gauthier Paulin, Tony Cairoli. Then the number 11 of Sebastian Pourcel, Rui Gonçalves 5th, Xavier Bourg 6th, Commander Sal 7th, Barragan is 8th, 9th is Simpson, 10th, Tanel Leoc, 11th. Here's Evgeny Bobryshev, David Guarneri is 12th, 13th is Philippe Arts, Bonini is 14th, Boissier 15th. Strybos is 16th at the moment. Heron Bracker 17th. Milko Podizek, Kenda Dijker down in 18th. 19th, and then Luis Correa, home rider, down in 20th place. Jamie Law down in 21st, ahead of Paolo Alberto, Nico Coscala, Santu Tienen, Michael Thacker, Miar Kochi, Matis Caro, and Hugo Pasaula. Back up front though, 377, CP 377. Pro Circuit Monster Energy Kawasaki rider Christophe Pourcel leads away from Gauthier Paulin. Tony Cairoli there in 3rd, number 222. Sebastian Pourcel, the number 11, in 4th place. Early stages of the race, just like it was Moto number 1, riders just finding their way, almost stalling the bike there, the number 11. Sebastian Pourcel, that allows Rui Gonçalves, the 999 factory Honda rider, to close in, albeit marginally. Oh, rear end stepping out there on that KTM of Cairoli as he approached that final left-hander at the end of pit lane straight. Over the line then for the first official time. Look at that jump there from Cairoli, and puts the squeeze on de Sal. In fact, both Pourcel and Cairoli put the squeeze on de Sal, leaving de Sal with pretty much not too far to go. Here's Barragan. Sebastian Pourcel just crossing over the top. Number 10, Boissier there. 21, Gauthier Paulin. And a good recovery as well. Didn't quite see it there, but Commander Sal recovering, and he's the fastest man on track at the moment. 152.5 in traffic, down in 6th place. Just about a second down on Rui Gonçalves at the end of that first official lap. Oh, brave move there for Gauthier Paulin, taken off one-handed. It's pretty choppy on the top there. He's still got Christophe Pourcel, though, the race leader, in his sights. Has the number 21. Don't see the riders wanting to push too hard, too early in this race. Try and save a little bit for later. That's what Tony Cairoli normally does. He's comfortable there in 3rd position, just like he was in Moto number 1, actually, before he made a mistake. Dropped down to 5th. Then worked it pretty hard to get back into 3rd place. Didn't seem too worried at that moment at the post-race interview that things didn't go his way. Just made a small mistake. There's Rui Gonçalves, been passed now by Commander Sal. So de Sal now in 5th place. Gonçalves there, the 999. He's been dropped back to 6th. And our race 1 winner here, number 25, Commander Sal, has Sebastian Pourcel, Tony Cairoli in his sights as he approaches the Monster Energy finish line jump now to complete his 2nd full lap here. Sets the fastest lap of the race again, a 150.9. There's David Guarneri. He comes over the line in 12th position. So 2 laps then. We've got Christophe Pourcel, 1.5 seconds clear of Gauthier Paulin. Tony Cairoli is 3rd. 4th is Sebastian Pourcel. Commander Sal is 5th. Rui Gonçalves is 6th. Great ride so far for Sean Simpson in 7th place. Xavier Bourg, the 121, is down in 8th, ahead of the number 7, Jonathan Barragan, in 9th. Kenda Dijker looking interested as he tries to close in on David Philippe Arts. They're battling over 13th place at the moment. Look at that. Kenda Dijker wasting no time going through on the 2008 world champion David Philippe Arts, Monster Energy Yamaha rider. Up over the triple, next rider in his sights for the number 9 is 39, David Guarneri on the Silver Action KTM. So Guarneri in 12th. That's Kenda Dijker there, number 9 in 3rd place, in 13th position. Christophe Pourcel, though, continues to lead here and has a great shot of winning the overall Grand Prix, because our winner from race 1 just here, number 25, Commander Sal, who's now found a way through, on Sebastian Porcel. So 2 riders and 2 laps for the hard-charging Suzuki rider from Belgium, Clement de Sal, getting himself wound up nicely for the Grand Prix of Belgium at Bastogne in the Ardennes in a week's time. He would love to go there, having not just won one moto here, but maybe 2, and also the overall Grand Prix. There's Jonathan Barragan, our on-board rider. Gets squeezed there by the 777 of Evgeny Bobashev, who is now in 9th place, having just passed the number 7 Spaniard. Another fastest lap of the race for Clement de Sal, 150.4, so knocking him out consistently as he closes in on Tony Cairoli. Cairoli in 3rd place at the moment, but the 777 of Evgeny Bobashev and the number 7 there, LS Honda rider Jonathan Barragan. Barragan now down in 10th. So now Leoc just behind him. Cairoli just making a slight mistake coming out of that right-hander at the top of the hill there. And nothing in it between the first 4 riders as they step down. Ooh, a little bit untidy there in that bank turn there for number 21, Gauthier Paulin. So as they come through the wave section out of this right-hander, we've got the 377, our race leader, Christophe Porcel. 21, Paulin. 222, Cairoli, and up the inside, number 25, Clement de Sal, who's halved that 2-second gap to Cairoli. Cairoli almost lets him through there, decides, okay, maybe I'm going to follow you through, stay out of trouble, you want it more than I do at this stage. Might work out in Cairoli's favour, actually, might even clear the way of the 2 Kawasaki's that lay ahead. The first of which, the number 21 there in 2nd position, of Gauthier Paulin. A gnarly old circuit this now, late on in the afternoon. This, the pass. Cairoli went to the inside, realised straight away that de Sal was there, didn't fight it. Instead, he's just going to sit there and follow him through. Oh, Guarneri's gone down. And he's out of the track as well. So Guarneri out of 12th position. That's the same corner that Tixier went down in MX2, race 2. Similar kind of thing, or no, not that far down, but just starts to hug the bank and then Superman's his way down. Gets landed on by the 350 as well. Oh, that's ugly. Lucky not to get his hands caught in the sprocket there, but unfortunate there for Davide Guarneri, and very, very lucky to get up and walk away from it as well, actually. Guess what? Clement de Sal, another fastest lap of the race, 1:49 this time around for him. Oh, tries to carve a line up the inside of Gauthier Paulin. Wants the overall Grand Prix victory, does Clement de Sal. Going the right way about it, some hard riding at the moment. Going for the inside here, just like he did a lap ago. Is he going to go around the outside and repeat the move on Paulin that he did on Cairoli just a moment ago? Paulin might not let him have it easy, but he's got no choice. Gets it wrong going into the wave section. And Clement de Sal is now in 2nd place, number 25, the Rockstar Energy Suzuki rider. He's got Christophe Porcel, 377 ahead of him, who's led every single one of these 4 laps so far. These 450cc MX1 machines. Out on the track here in Agueda. Mark Verpaulen there. Telling him just keep to, focus. Doesn't want to stay second though. Clement de Sal wants to go first. Wants to go after Christophe Porcel, the guy ahead of him. We're 5 laps down in this second race. The first affair was 20 laps, but that was in tough conditions, a little bit wetter than this. It might just be a 19-lap affair this time around. Either way, there's still plenty of time to go in this second MX1 race, and de Sal tried to square off. Didn't quite work out for him there. Oh, gets bogged down just on the approach there. Cairoli still in 4th position, trying to find a way past Gauthier Paulin. And de Sal makes a move and goes up the inside of Christophe Porcel. Oh, and runs wide at the top of the hill. And gives it back to the Frenchman. And Paulin fights back and responds, and he's going to slam the door shut. And a nice bit of riding there from Gauthier Paulin. He gave nowhere to go for Clement de Sal. Had to back out of jumping the triple jump himself. So going from a potential, well, from first to third again. Paulin knows, oh, banging bars at the top of the hill. The two are locked in. But Clement de Sal goes through. Getting entertainment. We did say, didn't we, if these four get together in the second moto, we might see some fireworks. A face full of roofs there off the Suzuki. Right into the helmet of Gauthier Paulin. All the time, though, playing into the hands of Christophe Pourcel. Look how far he's opened up an advantage now over de Sal on the Suzuki in second. Cheeky little look back there from Clement de Sal, basically saying, don't mess with me. I want to win this race. I want to win the Grand Prix. 6 laps complete. Pourcel has almost 3 seconds over Clement de Sal after all those shenanigans just a moment ago. Between de Sal and Gauthier Paulin. Paulin won't take too kindly that he was railroaded out at the top of the hill there. He's going to go back after the Suzuki rider, of that you can be sure. Tony Cairoli, though, he'll be there to pick up the pieces. They're in 4th position. Sebastian Pourcel not out of this either at the moment. Just there in 5th place, only a couple seconds down on Cairoli. Only 6 seconds off the lead that his brother holds. Rui Gonçalves is in 6th position at the moment. 7th is Sean Simpson. Xavier Bourg is 8th. Factory Kawasaki rider. Oh, Paulin almost gets it wrong at the top of the hill. But de Sal riding hard here, trying to close back down the gap. And claw back the advantage he lost a lap ago at this stage of the racetrack. Came through there side by side with Gauthier Paulin. The two of them being dragged out to the fence. Had to rectify the situation. Kept it on 2 wheels. And he's now going back after Christophe Pourcel. It was 2.9 at the start of the lap. We'll see what it is this time around. Probably around about a second now as he goes after the Frenchman. Rui Gonçalves is down in 6th. Sean Simpson on the Monster Energy Yamaha 7th, ahead of the factory Kawasaki. Xavier Bourg in 8th. 9th is Bobrachev's factory Honda. And Jonathan Barragan's LS Honda in 10th. And Kenda Dyker, Rebel KTM 11th. To now Leok Rockstar Suzuki in 12th. And David Philippos 13th. Kevin Strybos, HM Plant KTM UK machine in 14th. And then we've got the TM of Anthony Boissiere just ahead of Heron Brackett, David Guarneri, Mattis Caro in the points in 18th. Good ride through from him after that first turn fall, or second or third turn fall. Then Milko Podolzek and Matteo Bonini down in 20th. Gap now 1.9 seconds between our two leaders. Christophe Pourcel and this rider here, 25 on that yellow Suzuki, Clement de Sal. There's Evgeny Bobrashev down in 8th place at the moment. We've got Xavier Bourg all over the back of him, the 121 green Kawasaki in 9th. And we've got Barragan, Kenda Dyker as well. So Bobrashev feeling the heat in more ways than one here in Portugal, the second moto, as he tries hard to defend that 8th place. Didn't finish the first race, stalled the engine coming through this first corner here, and basically couldn't get it started again. That was the official word from Lorenzo Resta, but not a problem with the bike, he said, because when he got it back to the truck, the mechanic was able to get it started first time. The battle for the lead starts to look interesting once again, because here is 377, Christophe Pourcel, the 25 of Clement de Sal. Ooh, a nice line there, taking off a little bit of distance on the corner. And you see immediately that the 21 of Gauthier Paulin also followed him through there. But joined by Max Anstey from the Garibaldi Honda Ester team. Max Anstey, a great ride for you this weekend. First time on the podium. We'll get to that in a moment, but I don't know if you've had a chance to see any of this MX1 battle. Clement de Sal and the 377 of Christophe Pourcel. Pourcel just being reeled back in again by de Sal, who's having a great ride here. He won the first moto, of course. Have you had a chance to see any of this, or have you just come straight from the truck?
I've literally just came straight from the truck. No, the track's really nice at the moment. It's really technical. I feel like you really have to be fast on your feet to really start to settle in them lines. Like this section right here, you can almost double into the turn. Yeah, like you see put there, they're they're kind of getting it there. It's really nice if you start flowing on the track.
Yeah, I was watching the MX2 race, obviously. Tommy Searle and Jeffrey Hurlings, after the first load of waves across the top, you come down that first hill, and they were able to utilise braking bumps there and hop over in that same way, just landing on downsides. But this battle again between Paul Searle.
Outside here, look, outside, yes, there's my pass line.
He did this 3 laps ago, but then ran wide at the top, and that allowed Paul Searle to go back through. And this time he keeps it clean, keeps it on 2 wheels, and he now leads for the second time. The first time, albeit briefly, for about 3 seconds before running wide there. So once again, Clement de Searle now has clear track, and he's going to want to pull the pin and go. Christophe Pourcel second, Paulin third. Cairoli now suddenly starts to look interested in fourth, having looked like he'd let de Searle through about 3 laps ago. Max, great weekend for you, 4th overall in MX2. You must be pretty pleased with the performance of the Honda.
Oh yeah, you know, finally, you know, the weekend was a tough weekend. We started off, you know, we just struggled with the starts, and I was a little bit lucky in the last race, and I finally got out where I should have been, you know, inside the top, you know, 6 or something, and I made a few passes, and I felt like I was riding good. It was the first time I could really settle in and start.
Fireworks here, Paul Ann and Pourcel. Goes through on the inside
there
though.
We go, yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, like I said, it was the first time I felt like I could really start flowing on the track and riding how I wanted to ride. We just need to figure out the starts at the moment. We seem to be coming from 20th place every time, so it seems to be
good start in the second moto there, and obviously Giacomo in. I've been talking to him quite a lot over the weekend. Cairoli looking to go up the inside of Pourcel as we speak, as they complete lap 9 here in Portugal.
Pourcel looks like he's resting a little bit. I don't know whether he's... Yeah, he's going to out. Yeah, he's got him.
Nudged him aside. So first to fourth in the space of half a lap then, but for Christophe Pourcel. Game on though for the next 3 positions. Tony Cairoli takes a look over the top of the crowd to see where Clement de Searle is, and there he is, just popping over the top of the step up now with Gauthier Paulin just in second position. The gap between these 3 guys about 2.7 seconds as we reach about the halfway stage in this circuit. Actually looks quite tough, the circuit, doesn't it, as well in places. You know, there's some gnarly jumps and ruts and bumps as well.
It's a lot like an American track, to be honest. At the moment there's a lot of ruts, and yesterday it was kind of flat. Now with the rain there's a lot of ruts and a lot of bumps, and it's really made the track quite technical, and like there you can almost hop over the top of that jump.
Yeah, pre-jump before the edge.
Yeah, and no, it's a nice track. I do like it. Yeah, look, yeah, it's a nice place. I do like Portugal.
Well, with 15.5 minutes plus 2 to go, our race lead situation, Clement de Searle 1.5 clear of Gauthier Paulin. Pourcel is third. Well, Cairoli is now third. Pourcel now fourth. So we're looking at Gauthier Paulin here. He's trying to close in on Clement de Searle. He won't be too happy that he got barged aside at the top of the hill a few laps ago either. So Gauthier Paulin looking to go for 25 points and a race win here in the second moto. Of course, Clement de Searle looking for a double race victory in the overall Grand Prix, just like he did a year ago here. Rui Gonçalves, the home rider, down in 6th place at the moment. And you see the gap between him and Sébastien Pourcel to 5th is still a couple of 3 seconds, something like that. But it's been an interesting Grand Prix weekend for the number 99 Rui Gonçalves. Here's our battle for the lead. It's starting to become an interesting affair here now. Max Anstey, the first 3 less than 2 seconds
They're really
apart.
tight. Yeah, they're really tight, and it's a little bit different than the 250s. It just seems like Jeffrey and Tommy get out the gate and gone. And by the time I got to third, you know, I felt like I was riding good.
Simpson getting nudged out of the way there by Bob Rochef, goes to 7th.
They were already like a minute in front by the time I got through, and I was like, oh, can't see anyone.
And they were pushing a pretty good pace though, weren't they? I mean, how far do you think you are off the pace of those 2 guys? I mean, I know you're physically fit enough and everything else, but if you could get out the start with them and you were first, second, third,
well, I'd like to see. You know, I'd like to actually see. I haven't been out of the gate really good yet. I mean, I've been coming from the back to the front every time. I think if I get out of the gate, then you know you start flowing a few different lines and start.
De Dijk on the outside of Simpson, easily through. So
that inside's a bit tight. It's getting really soft in there. It's like squidgy, so the bike gets bogged down quite a lot.
Yeah, more so on an MX2 machine.
Yeah.
But the other thing is as well, where the banks seemed a lot more square edgy this year. You know, this berm here always seemed like very, I don't know, just very square edge. And at the top of the hill after the, you know, before the waves.
There's a lot of rocks coming up from underneath, and it's kind of slippery in some sections. You have to be careful, you know, not to open the gas. Like here, it's really slippery. Where Roxon crashed last year, I remember. you kind of catch a few edges in there.
Yeah, and that almost caught out one or two riders as well. But Kenderdijker, though, we are looking at Kenderdijker, who just found a way through on Sean Simpson a lap ago, half a lap ago. He's down in 8th place at the moment, looking to find a way by Rui Gonçalves in 7th position and is alongside him here at the top of the hill. So Dijker then now comes back to the inside. Is he going to get it done here? Might leave the door open and goes through. So Dijker now goes through into 7th. So Bobryshev then losing a position to Kenderdijker, the two big men of MX1 having to start right on the outside due to their qualifying or lack of qualifying positions yesterday, but they find themselves fighting over 7th position with the number 9 of Kenderdijker winning out on that one.
He went up 2 positions in that lap.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, from Simpson up to...
Yeah, Simpson and Bobryshev. We're getting ready to go down the pit lane, and here we go. Let's see who Amy's got with her.
Joining me in the pit lane, Mr. Augusto Bagagna. Mr. Augusto Bagagna, how important is it for Portugal to host the World Championship here?
Bom, é muito importante a realização de grandes eventos desportivos em Portugal, sobretudo com a dimensão que este tem. Isto porque nós queremos cada vez mais afirmar o nosso desporto no plano internacional e isto é uma forma que nós temos dessa mesma afirmação. Queria lhe dizer, por outro lado, que este evento, que este grande prémio, é uma das provas mais bem posicionadas dentro daquilo que são os nossos critérios de seleção. Por outro lado, queria também dizer que este grande prémio tem um impacto, não só um impacto desportivo grande, está a ser transmitido para todo o mundo, mas também um impacto social e económico.
Okay, just over 2 laps to go here then. Such the amount of time we've had here, but Clément de Saux leading here, 10 minutes really in real time, but 10 plus 2 to go. Clément de Saux coming under pressure from the number 21 of Gauthier Paulin and Tony Cairoli, and this is a battle for the lead, of course. 1.3 seconds separating these guys here. Cairoli there looking interested all of a sudden. No stranger to winning here, of course, in MX2 or MX1, but he's going after the win. We've got a man down at the first turn. Can't quite see who that is.
One of the Italians, I think.
It might have been Thacker, actually, maybe 339, maybe. But Cairoli then got to figure out a way to find
outside here, maybe.
Maybe. Oh. Gets squeezed. So Paulin, he's not in a great position there, is he, at the moment, Paulin, because he's trying to go after the line and after the move on de Saux, but if he leaves himself open, Cairoli's going to be through.
It's either pass or be passed, I think, at this point. I mean, you know, you can't protect too much, and then you've got also, now the rule is if you hear him behind you that close, then you know you've got to protect. But I think right now, if he passes de Saux, then he could get away. But it could go anyone's way right now.
Alongside him, and
there we go. See, there we go. He
makes the move. He's going to go right over, and Paulin gets pushed out here at the bottom. No, he doesn't. He manages to hold it. It looked like de Saux was just going to square off and fight back in that next left turn. But it's Paulin then who leads for the first time here in Portugal, the second moto. And Tony Cairoli has the best seat in the house here with 9.5 minutes plus 2 laps to go, Max Anstey.
Yeah, it's it could go anyone's way. Again, I think now Paulin's going to put on a little charge for a few laps and maybe try and break away. But, you know, these boys are all so close at the moment. It's a good race.
Back markers ahead of the leading trio. Cairoli over to the right-hand side here. Going to be a tight line through there. Gets through nice, though. And maybe opens up that final corner. Look at the line there. Nicely through. So our leader now, Gauthier Paulin. Clément de Saux still second. 1.9 seconds between our first 3 riders. Then we wait for Christophe Pourcel, Sebastian Pourcel, the 2 brothers on the same team. Then we've got Rui Gonçalves, Kenderdijker, Evgeny Bobryshev. That's how it was last time around. Of course, we'll update you in a moment. But de Saux taking a look over to the right side, the pit lane there. Not sure why, because obviously the man he needs to pass is Paulin right in front of him.
It looks like de Saux, maybe got a problem, or he's because Cairoli's right on him now and Paulin's getting away. So and especially with the lappers now, you have to be faster with these guys. Yeah.
So Paulin is on the charge. correctly predicted, Max Anstey. And Tony Cairoli, does he triple? Yeah, triples to the outside on the lowest part of the track, so on the low line there.
Yeah.
Not easy to do, but got the extra power on the 450. To Salvo, lucky that the back marker moves out of the way.
Yeah, see that? Oh.
Holds up Cairoli,
But
looks the
then
wrong
also
way.
maybe DeSalle even slowed down just to squeeze it. I mean, I know sometimes that happens where you can slow down and almost place the back marker where you want it to get a little gap, but Cairoli's on him. Yeah, oh, it's close up there.
Very close. Going to ride defensive here, though, in this turn, but it looks like a question of time before Tony Cairoli goes through on Clement de Sal. And Gauthier Paulin, our race winner at the moment, or race leader, I should say, only a one-moto win. The second race in Bulgaria, of course, he won that Grand Prix in Seblievo. But the first race here today for Gauthier Paulin ended with him down in 4th place. So depending on what happens here in the next 7 minutes plus 2 will determine the overall outcome here in Portugal.
It could be a part on the last corner here.
Square him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was
fair play, though. He didn't back out of that challenge, did he? Clement de Sal, he thought he'd keep it in there, even though he was on the disadvantage, the outside line.
Yeah, I mean, it's really slippery up to that finish jump. There's a few rocks coming up, like I said earlier, and you could slide out or do anything, but Cairoli's definitely wanting to go for Poland now.
So 6:45 on the clock, plus 2. We've got a replay coming up here, I think, of that move on Tony Cairoli. Gone to Sal. Kept it clean, though, just ran him wide, but de Sal, in the end, just ran out of room. Look how close Cairoli was to the tough block here as well.
Oh, and the post.
But he managed to get through. He's now in 2nd place. So 4.2 down he was on Gauthier Paulin as he came through at that moment. Be interesting to see now what the lap times will be. A 52.1 for Paulin, a 54.4 as Cairoli sought to go after Clement de Sal. There is Gauthier Paulin just entering the wave section over in the far side. That's not 4.2 seconds this time around. So Paulin, in the closing stage of the race, could have his hands full of a Red Bull KTM.
Yeah, it's I think Cairoli's going to put on a charge right now, so we'll see. It's going to be a good finish.
Max, obviously we've got the Grand Prix, Max Anstey, Garibaldi, Honda, Esther rider. We've got the Grand Prix in Belgium next week, Bastogne. A lot of riders say they've never been there before. Sounds like it's going to be a harder packed track rather than a sand track, with it being in the south of Belgium. I guess now, after this 4th overall and a first podium finish in the second moto, you're going to be looking forward to going there and picking up from here with a bit more confidence.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence has always been there. I mean, I know I
really? You surprised me.
I worked so hard to get to where I'm at, and I mean, we've sacrificed so much to be in the position that we're in, and this year, we just, that was nice on Philipparts, jumping over that bump.
Hurlings did that as well.
Oh, yeah?
Used the last one here and got
over that. Oh,
yeah.
I see. Yeah, no, it's but I just need to get out of the gate. If we get out of the gate, then for sure we're going to be banging in there. And I mean, Jeffrey and Tommy are riding great at the moment, but I feel like I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm strong. We just need to get in there with them and keep building throughout the season, and I can't wait for next weekend.
And you've had a big testing program since you got back from Mexico, Brazil, air suspension, new pipes, new electrics, new everything.
We've just literally, since we got back from Mexico, I've been testing. This last week I was testing till 6 o'clock at night, Wednesday night, on Tuesday as well. We've been testing all day, but you can see the improvements are coming. Giacomo from the team, Garibaldi, they've been working so hard. Everyone's been working great. My mechanic, Simone, my pitboard man, and everyone's been working really hard. And it's a shame my teammate, the Russian also, Tonkov, he's a little bit injured at the moment. He's injured his elbow, but we're working hard. All the guys at KAB are also with the air forks. We just ran this weekend. They seem to be working great on this sort of track, which is one of the most bumpier ones we've come across so far. So I'm really thankful for all those guys, and I just want to get out there and get a good start. And
Gonçalves goes through on Porcel. That was coming.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt there. Go on. You're thankful?
I just want to get out the gate and put on a good show for everyone. I mean, I just want to be up front. I mean, that's why we go to the race. That's why we do it. I mean, we work so hard, and I've put everything into this to be there. But we're close. We'll keep digging in, and it's coming. And I think next year is going to be a good year. We're going to be really strong.
So the plan for the rest of the season then, just to try and keep yourself in that top 5.
Yeah, just to try and go fast, and I just want to be strong, and keep working, and you know, I've got to perfect a few little bits here. Well, that's
Paul Sal going backwards.
Paul Sal's
Sebastian, yeah.
I think he's tired, or I don't know. Yeah, his head's dropped a little bit, or he's got a problem. I'm not sure.
He's going to stay out there though, because there's only 3 minutes plus 2 to go.
It's 3 laps. Or
Leoc's gone by him. David Philippart's going to go by him, so he's going to drop down to 10th place at the moment. But yeah, not a good second half of the race.
Bobby.
Bobashev comes over the line in 7th. He's coming under pressure though from Tanel Leoc, number 4. But no, good to hear that you're enjoying MX2 with the Garibaldi Honda squad, Max Anstey.
Yeah, and, I've been living in Italy. It's been a little bit different. I've learned. I've been living with my teammate actually, so we have to cook and do everything together. So it's quite an experience. But I'm hanging in there and. You know, keep going, and you know, like I said, next year I want to go for the championship. I want to be right there with Jeffrey, and I know I can do it. We just need to bring all the little pieces of the puzzle together, and I think we're on the right track. For the first time in the last 3 years, I feel like we're on the right path to. And I can see the goal at the end of the road. It's there. We just need to keep working and keep digging in, and it'll come. I mean, it's like I read an interview with Stefan. He has to learn how to lose everything to get anything. You know, it's one of those things where I feel like I've sacrificed so much to be where I'm at, and I'm not winning, and I'm like, I can't understand why. But you know, you've got to learn, and I think it teaches you a lot, and it's making me a lot stronger, and I'm just going to keep digging in and going to work. Okay, well on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell and say thank you, because I know you want to get back to your team and everything else, but thanks for stopping by. No problem, Paul. And we'll see you in Belgium in 1 week's time. But Max Anstey, Honda Garibaldi Ester rider, thank you, and yeah, good 4th place overall this weekend. Paul, and I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you next week. Cheers, thank you. Right, back with the action here, and a little bit further down we've got Sebastian Porcel going backwards at a rapid rate of knots here, as he now comes under attack from the 121 of Xavier Bourg, the factory Kawasaki rider. There's Sean Simpson, number 24, Monster Energy Yamaha. He will now be in around about 10th place, after finding a way past the number 11 of Sebastian Porcel. But up front though, Gauthier Paulin, Tony Cairoli, Clément de Sal, unchanged, the top 3. Going to be about 2 laps to go in a moment, so 2.5 laps to go. And Gauthier Paulin, the 21, has had that 4.5 second advantage, clawed back by the number 222 Red Bull KTM factory rider Tony Cairoli, who's being urged on by the Portuguese fans here as they want to see the Italian win here in their home country. The 7th round of the FIM MX1 Motocross World Championship. Gets good drive, going to go to the outside, or is he going to switch it back? No, keeps it nice and tight, follows Gauthier Paulin, stays out of the deep berm though. And Cairoli sizing up the Frenchman Gauthier Paulin. It was 1.9 at the end of lap 17. This is lap 18. And you can see that gap is no longer 1.9. Clément de Sal is 13 seconds further back, so obviously put on a good charge, did Clément de Sal in the beginning of the race. Cairoli makes a mistake though, going through the final corner, opens up just a bit of a gap for Gauthier Paulin. But 2 laps to go then. And Tony Cairoli has now got to find a way, after being behind Gauthier Paulin for the whole of the moto, got to find a way to pass him. He will know the lines now. He will know where he's quicker or losing time. Hopefully he's put the pieces together. But Paulin going for his 2nd moto win of 2012. Gets a bit of a kick going up over the first step up. Oh, Cairoli loses the front end coming out of that turn. Loses another couple of bike lengths. Nice line there for Paulin. Cairoli looks like he used that for the first time then, maybe. Looks a little bit unsure as he took off. But saw Paulin doing it. Saw that he might be able to carry a bit more momentum through that next turn. Cairoli just has to be careful there as the back marker. Looked like 3:39. Michael Thacker on the Riga Motor Racing Kawasaki. Owned and run by the former FIM Junior 125 World Champion Ivo Steinberg. Oh, Paulin almost through the front door. Takes a big hit on the handlebars, and the 4 or 5 bike lengths that he had over Cairoli has been reduced to nothing. So the game is on now, just over a lap to go.
Tony Cairoli needs to be patient, but how patient will he be? Gauthier Paulin can sense the KTM behind him. How much energy did that take out of him as well? Because to case those waves at the top of the hill, Cairoli going to go wide here. Coming down by pit lane, he's got the inside line here. We saw him pass Dessau. And that might even be Heartbreak Hotel for Gauthier Paulin in terms of what Cairoli could do here on the final lap. If he gets his line right, if he's close enough, he can steal it right on the face of the finish line jump. So we're on the final lap here, MX1, race 2. Gauthier Paulin there, number 21 on the Kawasaki, leads Tony Cairoli, having both riders dispatched of Clément Dessau, who's about 15 seconds further back in third on the Suzuki. Christophe Pourcel, our earlier race leader, is down there in fourth place as Cairoli trying to show the Frenchman, Gauthier Paulin, a wheel here and a wheel there. We've got traffic ahead going through turn 2 at the top of the hill. Milko Potazek, one of those riders, down in 19th place. He's about to be lapped. Oh, and Paulin gets caught out there unawares. He manages to double his way through. So too does Tony Cairoli. And somehow they split the two back markers heading up what was a very difficult part of the circuit. Cairoli takes the low line to triple his way and jumps short and almost comes to grief in the bank. Both riders pushing a great pace here. 1:51 lap times for them, 55s for everybody else, apart from Ruy Gonçalves and Ken Edeka, Kenny Bobachet and Tanel Liog, who are in the 53s. Manages to keep it level and upright this time around. Gauthier Paulin as Cairoli is going to try and slingshot around the outside. Squares off here at the corner at the bottom of the hill. Oh, goes deep and roosts the 21, Gauthier Paulin, who tries to put the squeeze. Oh, great move. Cairoli thought he got it covered by going tight. And Paulin just closed the door, jumped his way into the corner, locked up on the brakes. Oh, gets pitched going up onto the step up. The fans are loving this. We're loving this here. Only a few more corners to go. Tony Cairoli, he's going to try to challenge down at the end of pit lane here. Through the final corner. He's not going to be close enough, or is he? Certainly tries to brake hard. Gauthier Paulin, is he going to win the second moto here? He gets on the gas. The flag goes out. Paulin wins the race. And for Cairoli, he was so close. A great race between Gauthier Paulin and Tony Cairoli. And the second race win of 2012 for Gauthier Paulin here comes in Portugal. The overall Grand Prix, though, will still belong to Clément Dessau. He comes over the line in third place. So Dessau with a win and a third, that's 45 for him. Gauthier Paulin a fourth and a first, that's going to be 43 for him. And Cairoli with a third and a second, only 42 for him. So Clément Dessau, despite being that far back, in the end, hung on to win the overall Grand Prix here in a climatic finale. Here he is with Amy.
Clément Dessau, first race win of the year and first GP win of the year. How do you feel?
Yeah, my first GP win. But I don't enjoy it so much, you know. My riding was not perfect, especially in second moto. I mean, I start really bad and then I fight a lot to come back. I lose a lot of energy and make only a third position after in second moto. But yes, like this, I send a big kiss to my girlfriend because she cannot come this weekend, and yeah, we'll keep working and.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you on the podium in just a second.
So the Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1 rider Clément Dessau, a first and a third, takes his first overall Grand Prix victory of the season, and relatively calm there, not even out of breath, so good work for him, but not overly happy with the way he rode. He'll go back now and think about what he can say in the podium interview post-race. So the crowd start to leave here then in what was a fantastic end to the FIM MX1 Motocross World Championship here, round 7 of the series at Agueda in Portugal. And it concludes with Clément Dessau winning from the overall Grand Prix then belongs to Clément Dessau, Gauthier Paulin and Tony Cairoli. And yeah, great battle. Good camaraderie between those two. Tony Cairoli on the left, Gauthier Paulin 21 on the right. Pushed all the way there was Tony Cairoli. Official confirmation then, race 2, MX1. Gauthier Paulin wins by the narrowest of margins from Tony Cairoli. Clement de Salle, though, third, gets him the overall Grand Prix victory. Christophe Pourcel was fourth from Ken de Dijker. Rui Gonçalves, Evgeny Bobryshev, Tanel Leok and David Philipparts, with Kevin Strybos down in 10th. Xavier Borg was 11th, ahead of Sean Simpson. Sebastian Pourcel dropping down eventually to 13th, and it was Jonathan Barragan 14th. Anthony Boissier was 15th. Davide Guarneri recovered after a fall to 16th, ahead of Matis Caro, Heron Bracker, Milko Potezek and Paolo Alberto. Portuguese rider, in case you're wondering. Overall Grand Prix, Clement de Salle, Gauthier Paulin and Tony Cairoli. The overall Grand Prix then looks like this. Clement de Salle 45, Paulin 43, Cairoli 42 and Christophe Pourcel 40. Ken de Dijker 5th overall this weekend from Xavier Borg, Rui Gonçalves. He would have expected more from his home Grand Prix, and then Jonathan Barragan, Tanel Leok and David Philipparts down there in 10th. Sebastian Pourcel 11th overall, could have been a little bit better for him. Jamie Law picking up 1 point, 22nd overall this weekend, in for Nathan Parker on the STR, Steve Turner Racing KTM. In terms of the overall championship standings, well, no doubt about who is still the leader. Antonio Cairoli moves to 295. That's 37 points clear of Clement de Salle. Gauthier Paulin third. Bobryshev 11th in the championship, started the weekend 11th, remains 11th. Frossard obviously not here this weekend, injured knee, having surgery on Tuesday by all accounts, and it's going to be quite a clean-up operation as well for the Monster Energy Yamaha rider. A bit of meniscus, bit of ligament repair. So hopefully then that will all go well and be a success, and we'll see him back fit and healthy 2013.
E pronto, só volta mesmo a cerimónia de entrega de prémios da classe de MX1, uma das classes que produziram também.
Tony Cairoli continues to lead the MX1 World Championship Series with quite a healthy lead, but Kawasaki lead the way by virtue of that second moto win from Gauthier Paulin, 306 points apiece. So KTM just losing that top spot at the moment in terms of the manufacturer's chase. So very, very interesting there. And I know Steve Gutteridge will already be texting that around, and he'll be, he's not here this weekend, but he'll be pleased with that. Tony Cairoli, though, third overall this weekend, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. 42 points for him, 43 points for second overall, Gauthier Paulin, but more importantly for him, a fantastic second moto win on the KRT, Kawasaki Racing Team machine. Clement de Salle, though, Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1, riding number 25. There you see his bike, centre stage. He takes not only his first race win from moto number 1, but also his first overall Grand Prix victory of this campaign. And he does it just in time as well, because in 1 week, it's his home Grand Prix in Belgium at Bastogne. Sylvain Gabors will be on hand to take Suzuki's first Constructors' Trophy for the season. Tony Cairoli takes another trophy, this time third overall in Portugal at Agueda. Gauthier Paulin will take his second place trophy from Jorge Viegas, the FIM Deputy President. And I'm sure he has enjoyed the racing here just as much as we have. And what turned out to be a very fine Grand Prix here in Portugal in the end, with racing and, of course, the weather. Augusto Banhana, president of IPDS, hands another Portuguese winner's trophy to Clement de Salle, victorious here in 2011.
Senhor Augusto vai também entregar o prémio Sylvain Gabors da Suzuki.
Who's got the longest arms, fellas? Come on to Sal. So Van Gabors takes the manufacturer's trophy. Suzuki winning manufacturers this weekend. That'll take pride of place for the next few weeks at least, and add to what is already a growing collection for Suzuki. Dr. Wolfgang Strub, though, Director FIM CMS, hands the red plate once again to Tony Cairoli. He still leads the FIM MX1 Motocross World Championship. But Clément de Sal was victorious here. He's from Belgium, and they're getting ready to wind up the national anthem for his home country, Belgium. Suzuki were winning manufacturers this weekend. Here's the national anthem of Japan. Your MX1 podium at round 7 of the FIM MX1 Motocross World Championship. The Portuguese Grand Prix at Agueda looks like this. Clément de Sal, the Rockstar Energy Suzuki rider, takes his first race win and first overall Grand Prix victory of 2012, just in time for his home Grand Prix in Belgium. Gauthier Paulin was second, Cairoli was third. And if you're wondering how Clément de Sal won the overall Grand Prix, or how Gauthier Paulin managed to get second and Cairoli third, in a moment we will show you our race 2 highlight. The gate dropped, and Tony Cairoli and Christophe Pourcel both put the squeeze on de Sal. Look how far back he was going through turn 1, but he kept it nice and tight, and eventually came out around about 8th or 9th. Wasn't long though before he was into third, going by Tony Cairoli at the bottom of the uphill wave section. And he got the 2 Kawasaki's in his sights. Gauthier Paulin was easy prey. So too was the 377 of Christophe Pourcel. Pourcel, though, started to fade towards the middle part of the race. That allowed Cairoli to go through, and that set up the showdown battle between Cairoli and Clément de Sal. De Sal then at that point started to drop back as the number 21, even when I see it the second time around, Gauthier Paulin realised he'd got a bit of a battle on between him and Tony Cairoli. Cairoli thought he'd got it sealed, but Paulin closed down the door and refused to lose, and the flag went out, and it was a spectacular win in the end from Gauthier Paulin. Cairoli came over the line in second, but Clément de Sal came over the line in third. That was good enough to win the overall Grand Prix. And of course, we just saw the podium a moment ago. But here's Amy with our overall winner, Clément de Sal.
Clement, congratulations on winning the GP of Portugal. How has your weekend been?
Yeah, it's good to win, but I'm not really satisfied because I make some mistake, and especially in the second race, and I had to fight a lot because I had a really bad start and I had to fight to come back. Yeah, I come back first, and then after I finished third because it was like this, but it was really difficult to keep the speed, and I make a mistake and go in the front. So after that I take care, and yeah, I win the GP, but not so the good way for me, but I'm keep working, and it's like that.
Well, many well done anyway, thank you.
Good overall victory for Clément de Sal, but just not happy with the way he rode that second moto. But I'm sure he'll take it all the same, because if you can win on your bad days, then what can you do on your good days? And he's going to be looking forward to rectifying what his unsatisfactory riding was as he goes to Belgium in a week's time. The Grand Prix of Bastogne down in the Ardennes region, close to the Luxembourg border. A brand new circuit on the calendar. And he'll be looking to get his championship back on track and looking for another Grand Prix victory. Second overall, Gauthier Paulin, Kawasaki Racing Team. Here he is with Amy.
Gauthier, such a close race there at the end between you and Tony.
Yes, not only between me and Tony, you know, Tony starts fourth, I start third, and then Clément and Pourcel was up front, and then yes, I did a good race, I had some good line. I struggled a bit like this morning at the practice and also in first moto. I was doing mistake, you know, and the track was really not easy to ride on, and yes, I just changed line, and the team was behind me, so we got the good setup for this second moto, and with a good start I won this one. Yeah, with Tony was really close.
Well done.
And Gauthier Paulin will won't realise how close until he gets back and watches the replay, but that's how close it was in real time. But what a great way to close out the Portuguese Grand Prix with that fantastic race. Just 0.4 of a second was the gap between Gauthier Paulin and Tony Cairoli. It was good enough for second overall, but more importantly for him, it's another moto win, Gauthier Paulin. Third overall was Tony Cairoli.
Tony, third overall, are you happy with the way the weekend's gone?
No, but to be honest, I'm really pretty disappointed about the last lap. Maybe I was too kind in some places. When I passed him on the last lap, I should stop and block him. But yeah, I want to do clean stuff, and also on the uphill after the waves, he passed me on the outside. Normally it's not so easy, and I just let him by a little bit too quick, and I don't want to crash. I mean, I want to take more points as possible and don't make troubles with other rider. But for sure, it's not so nice to lose a GP like this. But I did my best. I think it was a great show out there, and looking forward for the next GP, hopefully to win there and take some good GPs also in Belgium.
Thank you. We'll see you in Belgium.
Although it's third overall, Tony Cairoli, as he said, it's points on the board, and that's the most important thing. But normally not too easy to go around the outside. Gauthier Paulin managing to do that here this weekend. And he managed to hang on as well for that race win. But Cairoli, that's more points on the board. He's still got the red plate. He's still a healthy advantage ahead of everybody else. He's going to be looking forward all the same to going to Belgium in 1 week's time. But it's an unknown circuit. Not sure what we've got in store. But if you missed it just a moment ago, here's another quick look at our highlights from MX1 Race 2. Commander Sal getting squeezed coming off the start line right at the back through turn 1, managed to pull his way through to 10th, and before he realised he was there in 4th, going around the outside of Tony Cairoli. He then set his sights on Gauthier Paulin and Christophe Pourcel. Easily around the outside of both the French riders, and then looked to disappear, leaving Gauthier Paulin, Tony Cairoli and Christophe Pourcel to battle over 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Eventually though, Cairoli caught de Sal, and that was the moment he went through. De Sal didn't respond then either. Instead, Gauthier Paulin found himself leading, almost threw it away though in the waves at the top of the hill. Cairoli with a lap to go found a way through. Gauthier Paulin looked like his race was done there, and they're going to have to settle for 2nd, but he jumped across Cairoli and back into the lead in what was a showdown finish, and it was 0.4 in it as they came over the line. Gauthier Paulin winning out from Tony Cairoli. De Sal settled for 3rd, but that was good enough for the overall Grand Prix victory. That's it from Portugal, round 7 of the FIM MX1 MX2 Motocross World Championship. It's been a great weekend. My name's Paul Malin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the Grand Prix of Belgium in Bastogne in 1 week's time. And of course, we hope you can join us live. We'll see you then. Bye for now.